today because we're sick and tired of the gun violence that are in our streets, in our schools, and in our homes. We're standing up that we demand action. We need action now from our policymakers, not just from citizens. We are sick and tired of the bought-out politicians. We're sick and tired of the people who are terrorists in our streets. We're sick and tired isn't enough anymore. We have to stand up and demand action now. So we're going to walk today to Hackney Park, and we're going to make it known to every person throughout this country, throughout the state, throughout the city, where we stand. We want less gun violence. Books, not bullets. 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 Our blood, your hand. Our blood, your hand. Our blood, your hand. Our blood, your hand. Books, not bullets. 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 Books, not bullets.
I've already had a response to.
If you'd like to know some of his responses, here they are. His stance on waiting periods for firearms. He wanted to explain how there used to be what we'd like to call a natural waiting period, where the waiting period happened in the time from the background checks at the sheriff's office to the store's checkout where you were purchasing the firearm. There was no clear answer to whether he supported an actual waiting period that would last 10 days or even something similar. His stance on a 10-round limited clip capacity. He explained the assault weapon ban from under the Clinton administration, then went on. So again, no answer.
His stance on a registry, it's a slippery slope. I would not be in support. And then he went on explaining the NICS program already in place. The biggest question of all, will you host a public town hall specific to gun legislation? He said he viewed them as less than productive and very political, but he's willing to speak specifically only to students at our schools. Well, Representative Heitzinger, that's not what we asked for. We asked for a public town hall because it's necessary to speak to your constituents and make it known where you stand on this issue of gun violence and many others. The people of West Michigan deserve a representative that has the utmost clarity and not another stereotypical politician.
It was insulting to hear his unclear responses to our concerns. We were met with a bigger explanation than we needed, and to every possible time, we were also met with an explanation of his job. Now, on Monday afternoon, he'll be visiting North Muskegon and Reeds Puffer High Schools for a private town hall with only students. He will open the floor for questions, and we can only expect more of an explanation of his job, his supposed gratefulness to be in office, and lengthy responses that are underlyingly say, my $11,650 campaign contributions over the last few elections from the NRA and my 100% rating from them is more important than your question or life. We ask all students from Reeds Puffer and North Muskegon to take part in this, to call him out, and when politicians dodge your questions, demand a yes or no answer.
You see, students across this country have been walking out and marching, and this is only the beginning. It has only been 66 days since the Parkland shooting, and in 66 days, we have held multiple nationwide protests and have inspired so many of us to take charge for our rights and our lives. We've met with our members of Congress. Others have hosted town halls. I hope that each of you leaves today knowing your voice, your vote, and that your lives matter. Let our congressmen know that enough is enough, and that you will not and cannot become another statistic. We are known as the mass shooting generation. Now let's be the generation that makes the phrase mass shootings only found in history books.
My friends, don't rely on others to change your future, because look how far it's gotten us. All of us are accountable for our own fate. We have to step up. We have to call our representatives at all levels of government, register each other to vote, and keep attending events like these. Families, students, and school officials, let your voices be heard before your local school is next in the news, and let's not accept these thoughts and prayers anymore. When we see a tweet or a Facebook post with those two words, we have to respond with vote them out because enough is enough. Thank you.